What's going on?
Shh. Packing.
For?
Going home.
Yeah, but you just got here.
It was a quick trip.
Can we talk?
We already did.
Bacon, please.
Shh. Morning.
Morning.
Lovely day.
Yep.
Kelly, I wanted to make Joe a surprise for lunch, and I'm sure you know all his favorites. Does he like croissant? Do you suppose he'd like a fresh croissant stuffed with baby shrimp?
Augusta, I'm sure he'd enjoy anything you made him. Excuse me.
Hey, you.
It's about time.
What's the rush?
There's no rush. I just believe in being prompt.
Yeah, I do too. I'm sorry. Something came up. Look, you've ridden horses before, haven't you?
Sure. A couple of times, a long time ago. My problem is I had no confidence.
Not to worry. I specialize in confidence.
I know. So, what's first?
Look, I'll tell you, I brought somebody along. Somebody needs to talk to you.
Who?
Just a second, I'll get him.
Joe Perkins. I hate that woman.
Kelly, did Augusta ask about me?
No, why should she?
Well, I went over there the other day, gave her a piece of my mind about keeping Joe on.
Morning.
Hi.
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 Am I interrupting something?
Oh, no.
No, Daddy, you never interrupt.
I have a feeling I should leave.
Actually, CC, I originally didn't want to mention this to either of you, but the more I think about it, the more I think you should know. Augusta Lockridge and Joe Perkins are having an affair.
What in the hell?
I know it's hard to believe.
That's disgusting. They're made for each other. My God. He'll be right next door now. He'll be there all the time.
No, Daddy, there's acres between us.
100 miles would be too close.
Well, before you know it, Peter and I will be house hunting.
Maybe we should fortify the fence line. Keep the guard dogs running loose all the time. I'm sorry, honey. This makes me so angry.
I know. But, Daddy, I have something to tell you that'll make you feel a lot better.
What's that?
Peter and I set our wedding date.
You did? Oh, well, it's about time. That's wonderful. Peter. When's the big day?
On October 12th.
October the 12th. October the 12th. Oh, no. I have an important business meeting in Peking from the 9th to the 13th.
Oh, Daddy.
I set this up 3 months ago, and I can't change it. And the Chinese consulate is incredibly slow to arrange these things. And the possible financial return is something I can't afford to ignore.
Well, we can postpone it. Can't we, Peter?
Yeah, sure, sweetheart.
Could you?
Yeah.
Because the wedding I throw for you will have this town talking for years. I'm sorry, honey. Would you mind postponing it for about a month?
No, I guess not.
Can't have a wedding without the father of the bride.
It'll give me time to arrange things, and your wedding will be second to none, I promise.
I'm not going to argue with that. What do you say?
It's okay. It's mid-November then.
On the condition that it rival Prince Charles and Lady Di's wedding.
I guarantee it.
Come on.
You've made me very happy. Both of you. Peter. Oh, yes. Well, I got to get back to work.
Okay, bye.
The middle of November.
November. I can't wait that long.
I know. Peter, we're going to be spending the rest of our lives together.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I give in. It is important to see.
Well, I am the first to be married.
I know. Mason's older, but I guess for some reason he hasn't been able to find someone.
Well, he will.
No doubt. There's somebody out there for everyone.
November will be here sooner than you think.
Yeah. If I can just get Joe Perkins out of town, everything will be perfect.
Where are you going?
I'm going to see what I can do about getting rid of Joe. Bye.
Got it.
You're trespassing. You know that if C.C. Capwell knew you were here, he'd have you arrested?
Santana, I need to ask you about Channing.
Yeah, well, I'd like to know how you got hold of his letter.
I told you, it'd been overlooked.
Don't give me that. You probably took it out of the Capwell house. You're the one that broke into Channing's room.
Doesn't matter how I got it.
Just get out of here. Get off of this property. You know, I'm not going to tell you anything about Channing or anybody else. I'd just love to see you locked up behind bars again. Cruz! You know, I'll get Cece, and he'll have you arrested.
Forget it, Santana. I'll find out what you're hiding and why you're so afraid of the truth.
What's going on?
How could you bring him here?
He's my friend.
You know, any friend of his is no friend of mine.
I see. Am I to assume that includes your writing instructor?
Well, I'll just get myself another writing instructor. And one more thing. Don't ever bring your friend around me again.
Wait a minute! I know Joe Perkins a lot better than you do. And I'm telling you, there's no way he could murder anyone.
You can't be sure of that. Anybody's capable of killing under the right circumstances.
Let's get one thing perfectly clear, okay? Nobody chooses my friends for me. Not C.C. Capwell, not Santana Andrade. Nobody.
And nobody chooses my friends either. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't ever want to see you again.
You wait a minute! Look, don't go.
I have to.
Look, I'm sorry what I said. I didn't mean to get upset with you. I mean, it's not your fault who your mother sees.
Well, thank you.
Look, I mean, I just can't help it. I mean, your mother's seeing the man who killed my brother.
Well, how do you think I feel?
I know. Look, no matter who your mother sees, it doesn't change the way I feel about you. I mean, you're so special to me. What's going on?
I don't know. I'm just glad you still like me.
Yeah, I like you. Oh, I like you.
Please don't leave.
I won't. But I don't know how long I can stay.
You guys crazy?
No, we're not crazy. We're just making up.
Terrific. Yes, operator. I've been trying to reach this number all morning. Will you try it for me? Thank you. I thought you might drop by.
Yes, I heard about your little chat with Kelly this morning.
News travels fast.
Augusta, stay out of my life. And stay out of Kelly's life.
Well, good morning to you two, and welcome to my home.
And get rid of Joe Perkins. Otherwise, you'll be sorry you ever slept with an ex-con.
Just the sort of conversation I love in the morning. Shut up, Peter. Just sit down and listen to what I have to say.
Save your rhetoric for your stud. Why don't you two talk anymore?
Peter, during our sordid little affair, I kept a journal. I wrote down every time we made love. I know exactly when and where.
Are you guys going to eat your cereal? No, Danny, we're not. Why don't you have it? Oh, thank you so much. That's nice of you guys. I'm glad.
Okay, everyone, listen up. I have just worked out Operation Jake Dodge.
Hey, this is not the CIA. We're just looking for this guy to surprise Peaches.
That is why we have to be organized. Now, Ted and Lakin, you will look through phone books and old newspaper stories.
Hold it. Now, wait a minute. This is our day off. I'm not about to spend it in some library. Yeah, I was gonna go soak up some rays.
Oh, come on, you guys. I'm dying to see what this Jake Dodge character looks like.
See, even Lakin thinks it'll be fun. Now, Danny and I will check out the precincts near the theaters where Peaches used to dance.
Well, how do we know what theaters?
I asked her. I'd take notes. Anyway, the police department should have a record on ex-cops, don't you think?
Well, what if he's dead?
Well, then we won't find him. But if he is still alive, sooner or later we'll track him down.
And Inspector Perkins always gets her man.
Will you stop?
Yes, Inspector.
We have to have some kind of leader around here, else we'd never get anything done.
Jane, I don't mean to break it to you here, but, you're not exactly dealing with the A-team.
Oh, this will be a piece of cake, and just think how thrilled Peaches is going to be.
So, Inspector Perkins and myself are going to go and get her man. Ciao.
Well, you're all up early.
Hi, Peaches. Danny and I have an appointment.
Yeah, so bye.
Who are they meeting?
Some agent.
Agents, huh? Mm-hmm. Can't live with them, can't live without them.
Hello? Hello? Mother, hi. I was just about to call you.
I have been worried sick about you.
Well, didn't Grandmother tell you about my being here?
Yes, but you disobeyed me, went sneaking off without my permission.
But Grandma said that
I don't care what she said. I'm your mother. You'll do as I say.
I will do whatever, whenever I feel like it.
Lakin Lockridge, I expect you home today.
Well, I won't be, and I may not be home tomorrow either.
What was that?
You heard me.
Now, you listen to me, young lady.
You better get into your car this minute and start driving.
Mrs. Lockridge, this is Lakin's friend, Peaches. Remember me?
Of course, Peaches.
Well, I just wanted you to know everything is fine. I'm keeping an eye on Lakin, and she's such a lovely girl.
Well, the same to you. She's upset. But then so are you.
Boy, I hardly recognize myself. Never talked to her that way before.
This is dumb. We've known each other too long to be acting like this.
Yeah, well, people change.
No, they don't. You've always been as bullheaded as I am.
I'm not bullheaded.
If Joe was guilty, you think he would have come back here? He's obsessed with finding the killer. Why do you think he risked getting caught breaking into the Capwell house the other night? Why do you think he came here to talk to you about Channing?
How would I know? Don't ask me to explain Joe Perkins to you. You know, he's probably just looking for somebody else to blame. I think he's putting on his whole show so that pushovers like you will think that he's innocent.
Will you listen to yourself? You're talking with your heart, not your head. Baby, when are you going to grow up?
And when are you going to realize that Joe is guilty? I'm going to get myself another writing teacher. Or maybe I'll do it myself.
Santana, you're not ready to go out alone.
Let me worry about that. I'll be the judge. Thank you.
Let's just set things straight for the record.
Be my guest.
Number one, whatever goes on between me and Joe is none of your business.
It is my business because it's affecting Kelly.
Number two, I am sick of your saying I married Lionel for his money.
You did.
I married Lionel Lockridge because he's a fascinating man and he makes a woman feel like a woman.
Oh, really? Well, I wouldn't notice. He's gone most of the time.
He happens to be very passionate about traveling and a lot of other things, but I don't have to explain that to you.
I wonder what Joe Perkins would do if he found out you tried to turn him in.
You have no proof.
Oh, Joe'd believe me. You're playing a very dangerous game, Augusta. You're going to get burned.
I can take care of myself.
I wonder. Oh, by the way, Kelly and I are getting married in November.
Do you expect me to congratulate you?
No. I'm going to warn you. Stay away from me.
Oh, pretending to be faithful to your bride-to-be. Have you warned the others, too?
I'm not pretending anything, and neither is my future brother-in-law.
What is that supposed to mean?
That means you're being watched. Mason knows you've been to my apartment more than once.
I see. Well, next time I'll just have to kiss you with the door open so whoever's watching can get a really juicy report.
Very funny.
I think it's very funny. So he's checking you out by having you followed. Do you feel warmly welcomed into the Catwell family?
Augusta, I suggest you listen to me. You're not welcome at my place, and you damn well better stay away.
Peter, do you have a scorecard?
A scorecard?
A record of all your conquests?
Yes. And you are at the bottom of the heap.
Peter, Lionel with a cardiac arrest is more of a man than you are.
And in conclusion, my considered opinion that you have gorgeous legs.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It is my considered opinion.
It is my considered opinion that your client willfully violated both the letter and the spirit of the law.
Mason Capwell's office? Just a moment. I'll see if he's in. Your father?
Tell him I'll get back to him. I'm in a very important meeting.
Are you sure? This is C.C. Capwell.
Don't argue with me.
Mr. Capwell, I'm sorry, but Mason is in a meeting. Can he get back to you? Yes, I sent a note in, but he just can't take the call. Yes, sir, I will. He wanted me to interrupt the meeting.
Yeah, he always thinks the world should stop for him.
And you don't.
Not until after the earth moves.
I think I understand.
I'm sure you do.
Yes. Who? I'll tell him. And Miss Andrade is here.
Oh, send her in. I need to talk to her. We can finish up here later. Oh, Santana. Good. I'm glad you could come by.
Everything's fine at the hotel, Mason. Why'd you ask me to come here?
It's not about the hotel. Please sit down.
No, thank you.
All right. I understand that Joe Perkins paid you a little visit last night.
How did you know that? Ah, you're having him followed.
Well, I try to keep an eye on him. I don't trust him.
Well, yes, he did come by the house.
Why?
He wanted to ask me some questions about Channing.
Channing? Why Channing?
I don't know.
Well, what did he ask, specifically?
He wanted to know how well I knew Channing. He has some nerve.
And what did you tell him?
Well, what could I tell him? I got rid of him. And don't worry, I didn't strangle him, although I would have liked to.
Yeah, as I recall, you wanted to do more than that at one time.
I already told you, Mason. I would never have pulled the trigger.
And I believed you. I just want to make sure he doesn't hurt you. I'd never want to see anybody hurt you, Santana.
I assure you, Mason, I'm quite capable of taking care of myself. And one more thing. It seems like it's gotten very convenient for you to have people followed. I just want to advise you not to have me followed. I guarantee you'll regret it.
That's what I like about you, Santana. You're feisty.
Not really.
Does anything scare you?
Yes.
What?
Horses frighten me.
Ah, do they really?
Mm-hmm. But I'm working on that.
Well, I can teach you how to be comfortable in the saddle.
Thank you very much, Mason, but Cruz is already teaching me at your father's stables.
Oh. Well, you and Cruz have the run of the stable. My father's a very generous man.
Yes, he is, and I appreciate it. I'll keep you posted on the hotel ballroom.
Great.
Shall we get back to dictation?
No.
No? Did you have something else in mind?
Lock the door.
I can't work for you anymore.
You can't just drop everything and go. There's so much to be done around here.
Well, I think you're going to have to find yourself a new handyman.
Why?
I think you know why.
Because I followed you to the warehouse. I apologized for that. What more can I do? I can get down on my knees and beg you to stay.
Look, if you can't trust me, I can't work for you. Relationships built on suspicion don't work.
Joe.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
My father's on his way up. Get yourself together.
Dictation's over?
Look, Sarah, just get out there and try to look busy, okay? Get me Phil McInerney on the phone, too. Sarah? Yeah, get me the file on that vice case.
Yours?
Look, Sarah, stop the remarks or stop the job.
I found 3 J Dodges in the Hollywood phone book. None of them Jakes.
Ted, come.
Oh, sorry. Here, let me help you. Now, this is a very big day for us.
Is it?
Yeah, this is the first time we've ever made a bed together. I mean, if I noticed this could be this much fun.
Well, you've got too much on your side. Come on.
Oh, do I? Well, hold on tight.
Not very good at making beds.
I haven't had much practice.
Have you ever made a bed before in your life?
Yes. Well, not many times, though.
You make hospital corners?
Yes. But I refuse to commit myself. Hi.
I think we better finish making the bed.
J'ai une confession à te faire avant. Je n'ai jamais mis les pieds à l'hôpital.
Oh, je te pardonne pour cette fois, d'accord? Oh, Joey.
I've learned to care about you so much.
Don't.
It's the first time in my life that I've been unfaithful in my marriage. If Lakin hadn't found out, we'd have a lovely secret. She finds out how happy you've made me, she won't mind.
Augusta, I don't really want to discuss this.
I wouldn't change a second of the time we've spent together. You've made me so happy.
Augusta, please stop this, okay?
Joe, you care for me, admit it. I'm not asking for a commitment. You're free to come and go, no strings. Even if you were to walk out of my life today, I could handle it. I've got my marriage, and when Lionel comes back, I'll try and make it work. I love my family, Joe. I'd do anything to keep them together, for the children's sake. But I can't help loving you. I'd do anything for you. Please don't leave me. Please.
Don't put me off because of some business meeting. Damn it, Mason, when I call, I expect you to take the call. Now, you may work here in the courthouse, but you also work for me.
Dad, I'm sorry. I just didn't get the message that you called.
What kind of an office is this?
Well, my staff is usually very efficient, but they're a little short-handed right now.
Well, never mind. I have more important things to talk about. Mason, it's time to buy the Lockridge beachfront property.
I know. I've been looking into it.
They're hurting for money. It's a buyer's market, and I think we can get it for a song.
I think I figured out a way to do just that.
You're confident of that?
Yeah. If you let me handle it, I know I can pull it off. But you have to let me do it my way.
I'd like nothing better. If you can get that property, it would make me very proud. That's prime frontage.
I can get it.
Mason, don't make any promises that you can't keep. There is nothing worse than a man who falls short of his promises.
I'll get the property, I promise. Hold me to it. And Dad, there's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. Glad you're here.
All right?
It's Cruz Castillo. He's got me worried.
Why Cruz?
He doesn't want to come on board Capital Enterprises full-time. Wants to remain just a consultant.
I know, but I don't think that's a problem.
Maybe. But he's also a major fan of Joe Perkins.
I know. I've already talked to him about that.
Now, how can you let him have the run of the house, of the stables? He acts like he owns a place.
He has his own place now.
Well, let's cut him loose.
I can't. I can't forget what he's done for us. Mason, he bailed me out of a horrendous situation. He risked his own life. I don't care who his friends are. I can't cut him loose.
He seems to take pleasure in flaunting his friendship with Perkins.
That's his style. He's fiery. He's independent. He speaks his own mind. In a way, I admire him for it. He's a loner. Lots of men who fought their way to the top are like that.
Well, I admire his courage on the rig. I don't admire his audacity.
Mason, our problem isn't Cruz. It's Joe Perkins.
You believe in me?
I know you're innocent. I'm your friend. Considering the short time we've had together, we've shared an awful lot.
Yeah, sure have.
I don't mean just physically, you know.
Well, you know, it took you long enough to decide I was innocent.
Too long. I have a very thick head.
You know, you're one sexy lady.
Am I? Good. You're going to quit the job.
How could I leave anybody that believes in me? I hereby take back my resignation. What time do you have?
It's almost noon.
Should be back for lunch in a minute now.
Hey, what are you two doing here?
We found Jake Dodge.
Well, so did we.
What time did you find him?
About a half hour ago.
We found him over an hour ago.
So I lied. Maybe
Would
it's
you
an hour.
guys stop? At least we found him.
Yeah, where is he?
He's at lunch right now. That guy at the desk is his relief.
You think he'd show us around the studio? I'd love that.
I don't know. We'll have to see. You know, my mom used to do some scenes here. Just bit parts.
No kidding. How old were you?
Not very old. Just old enough to step on beads without my shoes when Mason told me to.
Get serious. You stepped on bees?
Frequently.
You guys, do you think Do you think that's him?
Excuse me. Are you Mr. Dodge?
Yes, I am. What can I do for you?
Oh, am I happy to meet you. Hello there, my name's Jake
Hi.
Perkins. These are my friends, Lakin Lockridge, Danny Andrade, and Ted Capwell.
Oh, pleased to meet you. Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, we know this lady.
Her name is Peaches.
Peaches? Peaches.
She used to be a fan dancer.
Oh, Peaches Delight. Yeah,
You
of course, yeah. How could I forget? I arrested her more than once.
3 times to be exact.
In fact, she has something of yours.
Well, it was the principle of the thing.
She snagged your watch.
Well, I mean, you kept arresting her. You deserved it.
Oh, come to think of it, I remember my watch disappearing, but I figured somebody in the tank lifted it. I never would have guessed it was Peaches.
Well, anyhow, she's a friend of ours, and, well, we were wondering if you'd like to meet her. Or see her again.
See her? Why?
Well, because she's a really, really neat lady.
Well, I don't know. We didn't hit it off so good.
Well, I can understand that. I mean, it's not too terrific to be arrested.
Peaches. Oh, she sure was a looker. Oh, well, it was nice meeting you kids. Take care.
Hey, do something.
Go.
Excuse me, Mr. Dodge.
Yes?
Could you do me a favor?
Well, if I can.
Well, we were wondering if, you could show us around some of these sets. Well, you see, my mother was in the movies here, and, it was a long time ago.
Your mother?
Yeah, well, she passed away, but, see, I have a lot of pictures of her, and, some of them were shot here on the sets.
No problem, son. On my next break, I can take you on one of the sets they're not using. Can you be back here in, say, about an hour?
Yeah, you got it. Thanks a lot.
Hey.
Hi, Susie.
Santana, I didn't expect to find you here. How do you like my new saddle? Kelly gave it to me.
It's very nice. I was just going riding myself. As a matter of fact, the boy's outside saddling up the horse.
I didn't realize you knew how to ride.
I don't really, but I love it.
It's a great feeling. It helps me get rid of a lot of stress.
I hope it does the same for me. How's Kelly?
Kelly, why do you ask?
Well, Joe Perkins came by my house the other day asking some questions. As a matter of fact, he followed me, and then he came by again. I sure hate that man.
I know.
I can just imagine what Kelly goes through, you know? He's so darn persistent. He just won't be stopped.
I will not let that man ruin Kelly's life or yours. I have a whole battery of attorneys looking into the possibility of getting that man returned to prison. There are ways. And if that fails, he may well receive an offer to move out of state, an offer he can't refuse. Believe me, we will not be hounded by Mr. Perkins forever.
You sure take command.
I try to.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not so good. For instance, when you took command of my son's life.
Santana, I thought we settled this.
I shouldn't have mentioned it. I gave you a promise that I wouldn't, and I don't go back on my word. Forgive me, I slipped. Well, have Kelly and Peter set a date yet?
Yes, as a matter of fact. Middle of November.
Oh, November. That's great. All colors. Are carnations in bloom then?
I don't know. They wanted to set it earlier, but I have some business obligations I had to take care of. Anyway, it'll give me time to prepare for the best wedding Santa Barbara ever saw.
As it should be. Kelly deserves the most fabulous celebration. Well, I better get my act together. I don't want my horse to get impatient.
Are you sure that you should go out alone? You're not the most experienced rider.
Sure, I'll be fine. I've seen every Western ever made.
Why don't you find out everything else you can about Lionel Lockridge?
There's not much here.
I know, that's why I hired you, Bob. Never said it would be easy. Lockridge has been all over the world.
It's going to take some time.
Don't have much time.
I need some cash.
You'll get it. Now, Lockridge has probably gotten pretty good at covering up his tracks.
I've become even better at uncovering tracks.
Good. You never let me down before, Bob. Don't now.
Yeah, it's a delivery.
It's from Dad.
Oh. It's for flowers. How exciting. Sweet Lionel.
What is it?
I don't know. It gives me the shivers. It's got to be the ugliest thing I've ever seen. It's hideous.
Ah, come on. There's got to be something special or Dad wouldn't send it.
Well, I don't know, Warren. If you want to look at it, you can. It makes my stomach turn. Ugh. Come on. We're going to put you in a nice place that you deserve. A nice, dark, horrid place.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hello. Cece Capwell. What a surprise.
Augusta, I'd like you to come by my house and see me.
Why, Cece, I'm flattered. You haven't invited me into your home in years.
There's something I'd like to discuss with you.
It will be my pleasure. I'll see you soon. And Cece, I'm looking forward to it. Well, wish me luck. I have been invited to the house of the Lord and Master of Santa Barbara. I wonder if he expects me to kiss his feet or anoint them with oil. Something.
I got the numbers you wanted.
What's that?
Competitive oil production in the Santa Barbara Channel.
Oh, how do we compare?
You've got an edge. It's all in there. Did you have a good ride?
It was great. Cruz, that's what you should do. You should go riding when you get the chance. And if you hurry right now, you might be able to catch Santana.
Santana?
Yes, I just left her a few minutes ago at the stables.
She went riding by herself?
Mm-hmm. She seems to know what she's doing.
She doesn't know the first thing about riding. Just hope she hasn't done something stupid.
Mrs. Augusta Lockridge is here. Thank you. Augusta, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My pleasure.
Glad you could stop by.
I don't recall the last time I was here. Nothing has changed. The house is still as I remember it. Still very old, still very large, and you're still exactly the same.
Thank you. And you're looking very well.
Yes, well, I've had a lot of exercise.
Augusta, I wanted to talk to you about Joe Perkins. I know you've been seeing him and that he works for you.
It is a very small town, isn't it?
I just want you to know that I regard what you're doing as a personal affront to me and my family. Joe Perkins murdered my son.
Cece, I did not come here to...
I don't want to get into a long discussion with you, Augusta. I just want to make one thing absolutely understood. I will do everything within my power to penalize the Lockridges unless Joe Perkins is discharged immediately.
Don't threaten me, Cece. I don't respond to threats very well. And you can't possibly hurt me or my family.
You're mistaken, Augusta. You'll find out just how much harm I can do if you don't reconsider.
I will not be intimidated, or will I reconsider?
Philip, would you show Mrs. Lockridge to the door?
Don't bother, I know my way. Rattle your sabers at the rest of the world, Cece. You don't scare me.
Santana took Mustard.
Oh, no, he's the most ornery horse in the stable.
At least they're equally matched.
Cruz? Mustard's very unpredictable.
I don't know who got the worst end of the deal, her or the horse. Look, don't worry, Kelly. She'll be okay.
I can't believe how you think you can control other people's lives. I have a suggestion for you, Cece. Try being more of a father to Ted.
What's Ted got to do with this?
I thought you didn't know. Your son is chasing my daughter.
That's impossible. Ted's been in Los Angeles for weeks.
It's not impossible. Lakin's also in Los Angeles. And I want you to call him off. I don't trust Ted Capwell any more than I trust his father.
When they're shooting a picture, this place is really hopping. Directors yelling at everybody, actors and actresses all over the place, cameras, lights. There you are. Oh, hi.
You all over.
Hi, Bert. Just showing my friends around the set. Oh, this is Bert Winslow. He does most of the casting here.
Hi.
I need you. You're the right height, hair, face.
Hey, I'd take anything.
Not you. You.
Me? You want me?
You'll be perfect as an extra in a restaurant, and we pay scale. How about it?
Well, I guess so, sure. Okay.
Lincoln, you're going to be in a movie.
Well, what did CC want to talk about?
I'm going to Los Angeles
Why?
to get Lakin.
Now, Mom, be cool. She's old enough to do what she wants.
Warren, you're wrong. She's a child.
She's 17, Mom. Leave her alone.
Don't tell me what to do. Joe, I was just looking for you.
At your service, my lady.
How gallant.
Your wish is my command.
I wish I didn't have to drive to Los Angeles. But I won't be gone long. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Peter and Kelly set a date sometime in November. It's supposed to be the event of the century.